watching the last one all the way through, but the codec calls, especially the ridiculously long ones, and that's probably the longest one. I feel like there's one halfway through this fight that happens, and it may have just been at the very beginning with the codec call between Raiden and the GW Colonel AI and Rosemary. Um, so looking on this episode, I just fell asleep, and it's probably the reason why it's so hard to follow a lot of Metal Gear lore and even Death Stranding lore, because it's just like I can't follow any of this. And what they should have done, which it was mostly tell and not show enough. So, in part of that is when they're explaining things in this game, they have some scenes where there's a montage of stuff that you kind of did and were supposed to have done earlier, like when they show uh, like when they flash back to what you did with Fat Man or something, and it doesn't look exactly like what you did, um, but was close enough. So what I'm trying to say is that when they show the montages, I'm looking at the montage trying to connect what they're talking about to what's being shown. And then when they do the codec calls that are explaining S3, and that everything we just heard from Ocelot and Solidus is that it's not Solid Snake simulation, it's the selection for societal sanity, which is interesting, but they couldn't really show it. Now, with these AI things that they're talking about now, which have a lot to do with what's currently happening in the world with AI, and that it's actually coming to fruition. It's actually getting ready to happen. And I know it sounds nutty, but everybody's freaked out about it, and we either have to. I think that from playing this game, and when we get to 4, whenever the volume 2 comes out, maybe probably this year, I think they're going to let this one marinate. It's only been out since what? This came out in October, something like that. Yeah, it came out in October, didn't it? Anyway, it came out before Christmas. I know that because we played all the way through 1. We're playing all the way through this one, and so we're going to jump back into this boss fight with Solidus, and this is the end of the game. This is the last. This is the last thing you play in this game. So, we, if you're watching this, what I want to do with this series is I want you to appreciate the aesthetics of the game, the use of the software, the and the story at the same time. So it's appreciation of all things that are Kojima, Yoji Shinkawa, and what they did with this game, and how Hideo is ahead of his time in a lot of stories. And if you aren't playing his games or watching content from these guys, they're very smart. They know what's coming. And I'm sure there's other stories out there that may have a lot to do with this, and it was preemptive. We've seen Star Trek, we've seen Ex Machina, we've seen all these other shows that are ideas that are now coming in, that are now realities. So, we're going to get through this fight with Solidus. Haven't played this fight in a long time. I'm playing it on easy mode. I know that I've lost a couple times playing this on normal difficulty. I think I played through this game once on hard, and it was very difficult. I'd have to play through it a few more times and maybe try and do a quicker run without watching the game cutscenes. But anyway, let's get back into this fight, and we are going to finish out Metal Gear Solid 2 on this playthrough, on this episode 18-ish, I think we're on. Anyway, let's get it going. Alright, we're gonna go back in. This is a 100% sword fight.
Is that the best you can do? Hey!
Get up here and get those hair rations. And you leave. Ah, shoot.
Is that the best you can do?
Yeah, there's gonna be some repetitive video game character. Damn, almost got all of them.
Is that the best you can do?
All right, come on. Didn't go for no kills on this one, I guess.
Take this!
Now you can utilize his left side to your advantage because he can't see left. Damn. Alright. Ah!
Good work, Jack. But this is where it gets interesting.
Oh, he has pumped himself up. Is it still on fire out here? Ow.
What's wrong with you?
See what they say.
Right. You have to beat Solidus.
Okay.
This is your
I don't know how long this one is.
We're not just pawns in some simulation game, you know.
Yes, you are. You're nothing but mere weapons. No different from fighter jets or tanks.
What the?
The old model destroyed 4 years ago was Rex.
The new amphibious model is Ray.
Both of these are the same as the code names used by the U.S. Armed Forces to refer to Japanese warplanes during World War II.
Your code name, Raiden, too, comes from the Japanese Navy's name for one of its interceptors.
Stop it. I'm not a weapon.
Oh, really? Do you know the code name the U.S. Armed Forces used for the Japanese fighter Raiden?
It was Jack. Both of you are just weapons to be used and thrown away.
Just weapons to be used on the battlefield. Just pawns in a game. Exactly as you said.
And a weapon has no right to think for itself. Now, it's time to fulfill your purpose. Defeat Solidus.
Take this! Over here! Die! Over here!
It's not too difficult.
Die!
He is speedy.
Let's go! Over here!
I think you can fall off the edge, similar to the...
Die! Over here! Hey!
Utilize... That's it. It's the end of the game. Utilize your... Utilize your... cartwheel thing. Right in your back cells. That's a shitload of blood. Sprayed. Ooh. Very dramatic death. Ow. Ow. Nope, no last words. Just death. Ooh. God, that's horrible. Ow. Fell about 8 stories and still moving. I know it's some way there's a trophy you can get, I believe, by doing one of the what's it called? Some kind of theater. The character theater or something like that, where you can have Rose kill Raiden or Snake kill Raiden or something. Maybe Otacon kill Vamp. Why's he got fog coming out from behind him? It's strange seeing Metal Gear in a urban setting like this. They're always so isolated. Even in 4, when you do play in the middle of a war zone in a city, it still doesn't look like this.
Who am I really? No one quite knows who or what they are. The memories you have and the role you were assigned are burdens you had to carry. It doesn't matter if they were real or not. That's never the point.
Okay,
There's
I'm
no
gonna try and
such
pay
thing
attention.
in the world as absolute reality. Most of what they call real is actually fiction. What you think you see is only as real as your brain tells you it is.
Then, what am I supposed to believe in? What am I going to leave behind when I'm through?
We can tell other people about having faith. What we had faith in. What we found important enough to fight for. It's not whether you were right or wrong, but how much faith you were willing to have. That decides the future. The Patriots are a kind of ongoing fiction too, come to think of it. Listen, don't obsess over words so much. Find the meaning behind the words, then decide.
FedEx,
You can
Toys R
find
Us,
your own name
Pepsi.
and your own future.
Decide for myself?
May have
And
been
whatever
the,
you choose will be you.
I don't know if I can.
sorry.
I know you didn't have much in terms of choices this time. But everything you felt, thought about during this mission is yours. And what you decide to do with them is your choice.
You mean start over?
Yeah, a clean slate, a new name, new memories. Choose your own legacy. It's for you to decide. It's up to you.
I think they had to blur out some logos there, which may have
By
been
the
that
way,
controversy
what is
for a
that?
while. Hey, there you go. Watch this.
Dog tags.
There it is. CoolDojo.com.
Anyone you know?
No, never heard the name before.
Yes, you have.
I'll pick my own name and my own life. I'll find something worth passing on.
Don't throw those away. That's an ad.
They taught me some good things, too.
I know. We've inherited freedom from all those who fought for it.
Where
we all
is
have the
Vamp
freedom to
supposed
spread
to
the
be
word.
here?
Even me.
Snake, what about Olga's child?
Don't worry. I'll find him. Count on it. As long as you keep yourself alive, he's safe.
Do you know where Liquid went?
I put a transmitter on his ray.
Did he head for the Patriots?
Yeah, but I have a feeling they gave Ocelot a bogus location to begin with. Cheer up. We have a better lead.
Where is he? No, he's out there somewhere.
This contains the list of all the Patriots.
But Ocelot took it.
The one we gave you wasn't the real thing.
What?
This virus is coded to destroy only a specific part of GW, namely the information about the Patriots' identity. Which means that there's a parameter coded in here that defines what that information is.
I get it. Analyze the code and you can probably find out where they operate. Count me in.
No, you have things to do first. And people you need to talk to.
I think we see Vamp in the background somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where. Where are you, you bastard? Hi. Come on, where is he?
Snake?
What's wrong?
There he was. He was over there in the corner. I saw him.
Can I ask you something? Who am I, really?
I wouldn't know.
He's in his coat.
But we're going to find out together.
There he is,
aren't
back
we?
there in the corner.
Yeah.
See me for what I am, okay?
He's behind her head.
I know.
Just a bit and decide to forget, sis. So, what we were talking to was in his head about
Do
her.
you remember this place?
Still
of
don't.
course.
I
This is
believe.
where we first met. I remember now. Today is the day I met you.
That's it.
Is that the last bit of dialogue? Well, you hear more from Snake.
I think I found something to pass along to the future.
What?
He said all living things want their genes to live on.
Are you talking about the baby?
Yeah. The genes aren't the only thing you pass on. There are too many things that aren't written into our DNA. It's up to us to teach that to our children.
What kind of things?
About the environment, our ideas, our culture, poetry, compassion, sorrow, joy. We'll tell them everything together.
Is that a proposal?
This is for your ears only.
And then the Mr. Rogers songs come in. That's rough on the digital footage there, guys. Oh boy. Okay, so that's the end. Still confusing.
What am I?
I despise this song as well because I played this game damn near 40 times trying to understand everything that happens in it, and you really have to go. Well, there's a guy named Scott Dolph that was one of the hostages. Huh. This game is very confusing. The first one is a little more streamlined. There's still some questions in the first one. This one just has a lot of I'm talking to an AI, some of it's in my head at the same time. So, if he's talking to an AI, or is he imagining Campbell? I'm gonna lean towards he's made up what... And that also comes into question is the codec a radio, or is it a video conferencing type of phone? Is it a Skype? Is it a FaceTime? Is it Zoom? I guess it's more of a radio. It has to be. You can't really see the word to see the person. But maybe he does, because they reference seeing, that somebody's cute. So he can see them. Yeah, they must be able to see each other. So it must be some kind of video thing. So the kernel AI is probably the most confusing part. And then here's a little tiny video over there in the middle of the right side, just showing, hey, more footage of New York. I'm trying to find what was the piece of footage in here that's this stuff. It's this. Maybe it was the McFarlane, because they had the McFarlane logo on the boxes, right? And McFarlane supposedly made some toys for this game back when it came out. But is it some of this footage that looks like Taxi Cab Confessions? Is there logos that show up on this that they didn't want to show before? I guess they didn't have rights, or is it just the footage itself they had to re-up, which was a silly reason for them to not put out the game on PlayStation Now, which they had it on there for a good long while. But yeah, this jazzy song here is... I've heard this song 50 times, trying to see if I missed something while playing this game. What I didn't do through these playthroughs was call the codec enough, which I should have also done in the first game. And I'm sure there's a thing out there where you can get a whole supercut of all of the codec calls, so you can find out more about Vamp, you can find out more about Stillman, you can find out more about Fat Man, Fortune, Dead Cell themselves, maybe even more about Solidus Ocelot, the arm of liquid that gets put on Ocelot, but then at some point gets replaced by 4, and Ocelot has been completely taken over by Liquid. And then it gets even more convoluted whenever you play 5, because then it's oh, that happened, it was like this the whole time? One of those things. So, unlike the Star Wars prequels, which was like, well, what happened to his mom? What happened to Luke and Leia's mom? How come he didn't know that Luke existed? Because did he think that the children died with her in childbirth? Did he know that there were twins? How come nobody knew that the two of them were married? How did the fight actually go down? Why did it go down? How the Star Wars prequels were, this is the how of why this person turned into Darth Vader. What happened to Luke and Leia's mom? what was the conflict that they were that made them such good Jedis and whatnot. And you get some of that in the next game that we're going to play, which will be Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Who is this Scott Dolph guy that's been listed in so much stuff? International Coordination, Scott Dolph. Scott Dolph was also one of the other voices. See, there's McFarlane Toys. And then this really jazzy Can't Say Goodbye to Yesterday by Carla White. Felix Fire Orchestra. Yeah, this is a... HD remaster, Blue Point. But couldn't they remaster some of the footage from... Anyway, the game actually looked really good. The animation looks really crisp. I haven't played this on a tube TV in a long time, but I never thought it looked bad on old TVs. I'm not very good at seeing resolution changes. My eyeballs are so messed up. But I can see graphical changes. You know, looking at the comparison between this game probably showing on the Switch, which everybody kind of bitched and complained about it. The frame rates, it's all frame rate. That's the only thing anybody cared about. And it's like, guys, you do really need it to be at 60 to be able to see this game be played? I mean, are we a little spoiled in that? That was the only gripe about people not wanting to get this on the Switch. This is being played on a PS4, which still looks fine, you know, and the only thing I can really see on a PlayStation 5 is it's a little smoother. You might see very tiny little changes in graphics. Anyway, Snake's supposed to say something here, I think. Is he? Yeah.
Life isn't just about passing on your genes. We can leave behind much more than just DNA. Through speech, music, literature, and movies, what we've seen, heard, felt, anger, joy, and sorrow. These are the things I will pass on. That's what I live for. We need to pass the torch and let our children read our messy and sad history by its light. We have all the magic of the digital age to do that with. The human race will probably come to an end sometime, and new species may rule over this planet. Earth may not be forever, but we still have the responsibility to leave what traces of life we can. Building the future and keeping the past alive are one and the same thing.
That it? The Hideo Kojima game. Yes, we will never forget. Alright. Last little bits.
You there? It's me. I've finished going over that disc.
Did you find the Patriots list?
Of course. It contains the personal data of 12 people. There was a name on it. Snake, it was one of our biggest contributors.
What's going on around here?
I don't know.
Anyway, where are they?
Well, we were right about them being on Manhattan, but
But what?
they're already dead. All 12 of them.
When did it happen?
Well, about 100 years ago.
What the hell?
Yeah. Then I played through it again, trying to say, like, how many did I kill? Playtime, save, continue, alert persons. 24 killed. That must have been mostly Tengu. I saved 18 times. Okay, well, I saved 18 times. Only died twice. A couple of those were just mistakes. 34... Oh, shit. Well, that might have been because I left the game on. Am I at 34 hours? That's not 34 hours. It must have been. I can get it in under 2. Might do a speed run at some point after we finish playing through all of the Volume 1 here. Only used 10 rations. Huh. Not bad. 24 killed. I could do a no-kill run, but I'd have to do it on very easy. I don't know if you get a trophy for doing that, but I can knock those down to maybe, I don't know if you get a trophy for 0 saves, 0 continues, 0 alerts, 0 persons killed, and 0 rations used. There might be. We'll have to look at the trophy list. Anyway, that was Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, and I may switch over to my Twitch channel to do maybe some VR. I play VR missions on there. We can go through some Snake Tales before we go into 3. Or we can do Snake Tales after we go through 3. Maybe as kind of bonus things. We can go through some more of the other stuff. But let's see what else is left on this before it starts the game over. Koala. Okay. A cut above. Let's see what that is. Look, there's a little animated koala. I've never seen that before. Huh. Neat. I love Yoji's arts that they show up there in the end. New items. Oh, camera. Oh yeah, we can play through and get the stealth gear. Here's a plant chapter. All right. Cool. 34. I think it might have left that on because I let the machine charge overnight. There you go. That was Metal Gear Solid 2. I think we'll go ahead and stop this one, and we'll start the next video, which will be... Let's see if Snake Tales or skateboarding shows up on this. I don't think it does. That may only be on... that may only be on Subsistence. But then you can do that. Damn, they don't have skateboarding on here. Well, that's another reason for you to keep your copy of Subsistence, because it's the only one that has skateboarding on there, which is a bummer. Let's see if the special has anything on there. Basic actions, casting theater, boss survival. Missions is still just that, but yeah, they used to have skateboarding on here, which was so much fun. I love the skateboarding, but that's the only way you can play that. I gotta keep my PlayStation 2 now. I have to keep it. And I have to keep my old copy of Subsistence, because it had skateboarding on here. Now we can go through the Snake Tales. I believe you have to beat... No, you can go through all of them. These are kind of fun. They're very difficult because you don't get a radar in them. I believe. Yeah, you don't get a radar in these. But some of them are in continuity, some of them aren't. We could go through some of those, but I think maybe we'll save those for after we go through 3. So anyway, I'm going to stop this one and then start back up on 3. Get a refill on the drink. Make sure it's not going to be time for lunch soon to feed the childs. But anyway, check back here. Make sure you go to tpublic.com/user/cooldojo, bro. Bam! I'm gonna shoot you. tpublic.com/user/cooldojo, bro, or visit cooldojo.com to see more Metal Gear Solid Masters video content. Get cool merch and stuff from cooldojo.com and tpublic.com. We've got an Etsy store up with even more stuff. So, yeah, cooldojo.com. Peace.